IAM, Identity Access Management. Okay. So if you can see, if you're joining a company, let's say we have our account, freighter account of the Amazon. So we want to be share to your friends. So how can you share? You will give your email ID and you will give your password. Okay. So then he can able to log in. So, but he wants to be logged in as a private, then he need to be created another account. But here in the company, so every user they are not going to be created, right? For all engineers, they are not going to create a separate account for the all engineers who are in the company. So what they'll do, they create one account. Okay, they create one account and they will distribute to the engineers. Okay, let's say they will give with distributes and with somewhat privileges. Okay, so if one of the junior engineers join in your company, okay, you are the senior engineer, then your task is to be, you have to give some privileges. Okay, the junior engineer is not known about the S3, okay, and the RDS. So what he only know about the EC2. So if something junior engineers with curiosity to do something in a S3, okay, he will go there and do something, then it will be leads to the outage. So at that time, you're not supposed to give the privileges to the junior engineer that he cannot make any changes in the S3. Okay, you can apply the privileges, means restrictions here. So by creating a account, you can distribute the one account into the multiple. Okay, when you join, you will get an email ID and the password and the ID, and then you can log in. Once you log in, you're able to see if you have the read access, if you have the write access. Okay, we'll see that one, how it is. IAM, Identity Access Management. Okay, let me take into the lab. Okay, this is my console. So here you can type the IAM in the search, you will get the IAM. Here you can see. If you press on this IAM, this is the IAM dashboard. You can see here, you can see add a MFA for root user. What is this MFA? Multi-factor authentication. So when you are logging into your console, okay, management console, so you are giving your email ID, then after you are entering a captcha. Okay, if you enter, then again it will give you another captcha. If you correctly type your captcha also, then you have given this input of the wrong password, then it again give you to the captcha. So that is called multi-factor authentication. Okay, the security level is more here. Okay, that is called multi-factor authentication. You can enable that one also here. Okay, let's say this is the dashboard, and now I want to create a user. Okay. The left side you can see the user. So what I'll do, I'll go for the add users. Okay, go for the add users. You can give a name here, username, that let me give, I have remember the Vivek name only, Vivek user. And you can give here access key, programmatic access, and the password. Okay, you can enter the password in programmatic. So you want to be doing a CLI, you can go with the programmatic. Okay. And console one, select this both. So with good practice, auto generated password. Okay, no, I want custom password. So what I'll do, capital V, Vivek @123. Okay, capital V @123. And the password reset, I just disabling this one. Okay, the next is a permission. Okay, the next is permission. What permission I need to give here? So you add a user, copy a permission from the existing user. Okay, if you already one of the engineers joined previously, let's say or other team, he's having a permission, some kind of permissions. Okay, you want to apply the same permission to the new user who now you are creating. Okay, you can copy the permission from there, attach an existing policy directly. Okay, you can do that one also. Okay, copy permissions from the existing user, no user is there, attach existing policy from the direct. Okay, here you can see what I'll do now. I'll just give EC2 permissions only, EC2 full. You can see I'm giving on the EC2 only, not other. EC2 I then check, I check this one and you can add. So this is the junior, you can type like this, and the value is L1 team. Okay, like you can give any of the name here. Okay, and the next review, you can review your some manager policy and the name here. Okay, and this one. Okay, so now just create a user. Create a user. You can see now this is created. This is a access ID, this is a secret key. Okay, and this is email login instructions. Once you join, they will send you the email, okay, from this, or they will share you this Excel sheet. If you download this Excel sheet, you can open it. Okay, here you will get the username, password is there. You must be remember that one, and access key. Okay, the key and secret, the console, the link is with this link. You directly you can open. Okay, you can directly open this one, so they will mail you with this Excel sheet. Okay, so this is Excel sheet, and this you can send a mail also. So how I can log into the console? Copy this. So in the same web server, I am in the this one Chrome. So let me open the Firefox. So it won't support in the same browser. Why? Because I have logged in already. So you can press here, so paste here and hit enter. You can see this is my account ID, the 12 digits account ID. So you can see this is my account ID. Okay. From this account, I have created another account. From this account, I have created another account. You can see this one. With this code only, you can able to log in as a IAM user. Okay. What username is Vivek. Okay. What is the password? Vivek at the rate 123. Okay. Just sign in. See, new console is there and system console on. Yeah. Can see I am in a N Virginia. Okay. See, this is my ID. Vivek at the rate, and this is my ID. You can see. See, you are a IAM user. IAM user Vivek. IAM user Vivek. Like this. So you will be getting a username and password in your organization when you're as a cloud engineer. Okay. You can see what permissions we have given. We have given only on the EC2. Okay. Where EC2 is involved, where there you have a permissions. Okay. Let's say EC2. Am I able to create an instance or not? We'll see. Why? Because I have a permission. Launch an instance. Can see. Select. Okay. You can complete the 7 steps. It will support you to create. Okay. Let's take in 1A. Okay. This must be enable. Okay. Add storage. Text. Security group. Yeah. I okay. Launch instance. Can see if I selected this 1A, here you can see IAM role. You do not have a permission to list the instances profile, contact your administrator, or check your IAM permissions. Okay, here it will give you the permission, everything. Okay, let's say your admin is there and admin is having a full access to the create the one server, and he wants to be give a read access or write access, somewhat the privileges on you. Okay, what they will do, they will create a role and they'll apply here in their account, but it will reflect here in your account. Okay, so here it is only none, it is not showing any roles here. Okay, if they apply, you will be reflect here. So add storage, tags, security group. See, up to here you get, you may get this one, and review and launch also it will launch also. Okay. So let's say any one of these, it will launch the instances also. Why? Because we have given permission on the instances. Okay, you can see this is the instance. This is the instance. However, it will be coming to the running state. Okay. So let's see, am I able to create a S3? Click on the S3. You can see when I open the S3, it is showing a warning message. You don't have a permission to the list the buckets. You don't have a permission to the list the bucket. Even you're not having read access. Means not showing. Okay. So let me check the RDS also. Please go on mute, guys. You can see when I click on this create database, so it is giving an error that user with this ARN number and the Vivek is not authorized person to the perform. Okay. Okay, you can version identity policy allow describe engines and everything. So this is not a authorized. This user is a not authorized person. Okay, like this you will not get access to create other resources except what you have a permission. Except what you have a permission, on which you have a permission. You have a permission only on EC2. Okay, let me log in. See, this is a root user. I'm logging as a root user. All admins can log in as a root. If you want to be IAM, if you click on this IAM, you have to be login and you have to be give ID here. First, you have to be give ID here. Okay. If you get any cloud interview, they'll give you one ID with this ID and the secret key. You have to log in, and they will give you one question to you. You need to be create the resources and you have to be show. Okay, so they'll ask you to create a VPC. They'll ask you to create a public subnet. Okay, and they'll ask you to the create RDS like that. Okay, so they'll ask you interview in interviews also. Okay, so next, let me log in. Okay, so you can see this is the user 8 minutes ago I have created. And then this user is only having on the permission of the EC2. Okay, EC2. Now what I'll do, let me terminate the EC2 in the this one to avoid the charges. Okay, now go to here. So here you can create a, okay, groups, user groups. What is this user groups? User groups, I have a, see, Vivek. Okay, let's say I have a Ganesh also. Okay, I have another one is going to join also. Okay, this user is the old one and this is a new user as has been added. Okay, so by using the users concept we can apply these permissions which are applied for the Vivek and we can apply to the Ganesh also. Okay, but so there's a bulk of requirement is there, there's a more engineers need to be joined. Okay, so they are all L1 persons, level 1 persons, and they want to be same permissions on all resources. Okay, they want to be give privilege on all resources at one level. Okay, let's say we have a 5 members are there. Okay, so everyone we are not going to create a user and, okay, we need to attach and from whom I need to attach. We don't want to give that one. So what we'll do here, we'll create a group here. We'll create a groups here. We have a groups here. So one will be the all access, one will be the partial access, like that they will create a groups here. So when the L1, they'll create a L1 group, L2 group, like that. Okay. So once the users are there, once the users are joined in that, so they're going to add this all L1 users into the group. So whatever the policies are applied, whatever the permissions are applied for this group will applies to these users also. Okay. Let's say in the L1, so one of the engineer is performing the good and he wants to be moved to the other group, okay, which is having a full access, like that. Okay, this group is having only easy to access. So what they will do, they'll remove from this group. Okay, and they'll add to the another group. That's it. Okay, so the simple, okay, the very simple. Okay, they'll remove from this group and they'll add to the another group. So here, if this user is having only easy to access, okay, easy to access, and this group is a second group. Okay, this group is having all access, only user is having a easy to access and group is having all access. Okay, will this user able to access, get the all permission or only is to permission? Okay, this user will get the all permission. Why? Because group policies, user policies or group policy will override the user policy. So this will be applies on the user, this will won't work. Okay, so when this is not applied, then it will work. Okay, let me create a group. Create a group. Here you can create a AWS group. So you can add a user. You can see you can add a user here. Select this one. Okay, and what permissions you want to give here. Okay, have all this kind of permissions here. Okay, and which resource you want to be give here. So what I'll do, I'll give admin full access permissions. Okay, administrator access. Okay, administrator access. Create a group. Group has been created. View group. If you view group, users are there. The permission is on administrator access. Okay, so there's no access advisor. Okay, so here the user is added in this group, and this user is only having easy to permissions before when you're creating a user. Now I have created the group. In group I have added this user, and let me check and refresh this one whether I'm getting this warning message or not. You can see before I'm getting a warning message that you are not a authorized person, like that. Okay, now you can see it has given to create choose any one thing. Okay, let me check the S3 also. Before it has given what it hasn't given, it has given like, so you are not having a permission to list of the buckets, but here you can see right now you can create the bucket also. So it is giving you access to create the bucket. And you can create a EC2 also. Why? Because having all permission, you can able to create a EC2 also. It has been terminated, and you can say launch instance. See, I have all permissions. Then before we got an error here. Okay, on this IAM, you can see now we can apply here. You can see we can apply any one of the role here, which is you want to be have. Okay, let's say, let me take you into the roles. Okay, here you can see the roles. See these roles. Let's say I have a live role. You can see. Let me open this live role. This role, okay. This role will includes administrator access. Okay, on which resources? Okay, on which resources? So I have given administrator access on all resources. Where this will be, let's say I have a Vivek user, and Vivek user is creating something, creating RDS. Okay, creating a RDS. Okay, and there is a no authentication between this EC2 and the RDS. Okay, EC2 and this RDS. So I have created a role here. I have created a role here which is live. Okay, and that live. Okay, so I have given administrator access. So when the user is creating anything, okay, this resource and this resource are having a permission to the communicate. If you're not given this role here in the IAM role, okay, this RDS and this will communicate, but this RDS and this website is what is working here will not authenticate. Okay, this two will not authenticate. Authenticate means not going to push the data into the database. Okay, you have to specify the roles here. Okay, see, you can give only role. I need to make a communication. I need to make a authentication while this users are while this engineers are creating. Okay, you can add here, so that administrator access on all resources, or you want to be specify AS3 RDS EC2, you can specify there also. Okay,
Hello.
see this.
Sorry to interrupt you. I didn't get the concept behind roles.
Yeah, this roles concept will clearly you understand on the project. Okay, so I think you may get confused. I'll show you this one how it will authenticate. Okay, don't worry about that one. So there it will work with the only role. In a project we will going to include this, or what we are using, this IAM, this roles. Okay, we'll use RDS. Okay, EC2, S3, we're going to use this all. Okay, so let me tell you once again. This is my EC2. Let's say I have running a website here. Okay, this is my RDS. Okay, uh, so I want to see something. I'm able to access this website, so I need a login information. Okay, so this login information need to be pushed into this database. Okay, this resource and this resource in the same availability zone need to be, this is thumb rule, need to be in the same availability zone. Okay, and so there is, you are creating, right? Me or you or admin, whoever creating, right? These two resources need to be communicate, need to be authenticate. Okay, there you have to be create a role. In this role, what I'll do, I'll give administrator access. Administrator access means all resources. Okay, you are the admin. So what I'll do, you can give this RDS full access and EC2 full access. So means this EC2 and this RDS both can authenticate each other. When you are logging into this, so automatically this data will be stored in the database. Okay, and something you are adding any files here, that will be going to store in a S3. So there you can give the roles. Okay, the roles will be performs to make authentication between the resources. Okay, so now you are having a, you are able to create EC2 also, RDs also, S3 also by the group. Okay, by the group you are able to, so you can see S3 create bucket. We can create a RDS also. We can create a this one also. You can see this is a my user. I am user identity access management user. So where am I? So these are the roles. Okay, you want to be delete the role, you can delete the role, or you want to be access and revoke, and you can do all those things. The groups, so we have AWS group. This delete this group. Once you delete it, okay, user will applies to the user policy. Okay, user will applies to the user policy. You can see we don't have a permission to the list of the buckets. And you can delete the user also. Go to the users, delete the user, type Vivek. This is IAM, identity access management. Okay, mostly you're going to work with this kind of tasks only. Okay, the primary task as you are L1 engineer, they'll give you, they will have some existing policies, and they will give you like, just add this role, create this group, or add this user to the group, create these roles on these resources. Okay, like that, you will get a task per month or per 15 days. Okay, so that is IAM. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes, create. See, you can see I'm not able to and access this one also. Why? Because I have deleted the user. Okay, there's a no ID, nothing. I cannot go with this existing one also. Why? Because you can see this account is not uh, or ls. Okay, you will not give this ID also, and you cannot give the username, and it will not allow you also. And make sure, guys, when the interview is scheduled for first round, they will take like a normal. Okay, on a phone call. When the interview is going on with a video call, okay, in a Zoom or Teams. Okay, so we don't know that the interview will give you this IAM credentials. Okay, he will give you the IAM credentials. He will directly send you the link directly, and he will give you the password. Okay, you have to be do like this. Okay, if you don't know this one, okay, and you will be first point to drop only. Okay, here you have to be enter the ID. Once they will give the link, if you open, automatically ID will come here. Okay, but you have to ask what is the IAM username and the password. Once you logged in, or automatically they will see, right, somewhat virtual also going on, webcam will opens. Okay, or he will see you, he will see your screen. Okay, then you can he will ask you to create a public subnet. We have already practiced that one, a public subnet. So he will going to ask you what is a VPC, and just show me how do you create a VPC like that. So you have to be create a VPC. Okay, or otherwise he will going to ask you, how can I run a user data in the EC2 instance. So fatafat you have to be go EC2 and just create that one. Okay, so if something he asked to you create a S3, and just he wants to be do one file to upload. At the time you are not getting an access of the S3, so there you have to be ask him, so I'm not having a permissions here, like that. So yeah, can you give the test is there, the way means that is a test. There you will get a warning message. Interview will watch you. Okay, what you will do right now if you're getting a warning message there, what you will say to him, what you will going to ask to him. So, sir, go to your groups or give me a permissions on this resource, or what you will ask him to give. Okay, so that is the matter there. You have to be tell to sir, I'm not having access on this resource. Please give a permission on the user level or group level like that. You have to ask. Okay, so something what they will do. So they'll ask you to create RDS and EC2. Okay, and what they will do from the client to the master. Client means EC2, master means RDS. Okay, so that is the server, this is the client. EC2 is using a CLI, then from the CLI you are connecting to the MySQL. Let's say MongoDB, let's say any of the database. Okay, so there the resource is not happening authenticating. Okay, what he will do, he will give you one code. Okay, interview will only give you a code. If it is a pure third round and they're deep diving into the technical, so they'll give you one code, just run it, and they will say you like this, just run it into the EC2. You are running into the EC2, and they'll ask you to authenticate with the database. So what you will do, you have to be create a role there. You have to be create a role there, and you have to be applied on the EC2. So we'll cover up in this all in the project. I'll show you that one also. Don't worry about that. So this is a tough interview. This is last stage of the interview. You can say very tough. Okay, you will not get that much of the tough questions. They simply ask you what is the VPG, what is the RDS, how can you use the S3, how what is your day-to-day activities you are worked on. Okay, what is your how your daily roles will going on in your company. Okay, so tell me what is your recent issue have you faced in recent days, like in a 5 days or in a week. Okay, you have to be okay. I'll prepare you on that also. Don't worry, I'll give you topics, just prepare those only on the cloud. If it is in the cloud, they'll specifically asking on the cloud, you have to be answer the cloud answers only. Okay, when they are coming into the DevOps, then you have to be answer the DevOps only. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is that clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yep, clear.
Then please do this practice. Okay. Then if you're creating these roles and you're logging to other Firefox, then you will be habituated to the console. If you're doing the practice only, you will be habituated to the console. That will give you the real time hands-on experience like that. So if you're joining an organization also, they'll mostly using the cloud. Then they when they are giving a KT, okay, you must be know something in the cloud. Okay, so where the resources will available and how can we do that. These are all what actually doing in an organization like that. Like that every day the engineers are doing what I'm doing now. Okay, so if is that clear, then we can connect in the next session. Please do your practice, and are you facing any issue, then ping me on the WhatsApp.
Hello,
So,
Srikanth, I just have a doubt.
Hmm?
I'm just pinging the pick in WhatsApp. Just see that.
Sorry.
Yesterday I tried a hybrid cloud, but the
Okay.
sync is not happening. The second server is not logging in from the first server. It is asking for a PAM file authentication.
Okay,
I'm
you have to be
sharing.
specify the RSA key in your public cloud.
Yeah,
Public.
I already done that. I specified the RSA key and I logged in from where it was downloaded.
Okay, not like that. You have to be give, you have to be specify, you have to be use the VA right? VA slash
Yeah.
etc and your PEM file name, and there you have to be give full RSA key. Don't miss any of the single word also, single digit
Okay.
also from the key. Control A, Control C. When you open the notepad, press Control A, Control C, and you can paste there. If you're missing any of the letter, then it will not a valid key.
Okay, but I've done that. Just check the big ones.
Now you are having have resources already created.
No, 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 no.
Okay. So when you are doing practice, at the time you can, if you're getting an issue, then at the time only you can ping me on the group. Okay. So if I'm available, then
Okay, okay,
I'll connect with you in the group only. I'll suggest you. If
okay,
you're
okay,
having any
okay.
issue, then refer the recording.
Yeah, I'm doing that one also.
Then follow the recording only. Then it will be accessible. I think you have you given this are you able to reachable the next server? The ping.
Yeah, it was done. It is pinging.
It is pinging and it was not able to logging in. It is
Login.
denying. Okay. So I think you have specified. Okay. You have specified, but you're not, it is not giving a permission denied. So there you have to be give change mode 777 and your PEM file name slash etc and your PEM file name dot PEM. I think there's the permissions are not there.
Okay,
Change mode 700 777. Okay. Slash etc and your name and dot PEM.
okay,
Okay. Then you'll get access.
okay, okay.
Okay then.